were trading earlier on the day. Rigetti forming a bull flag pennant, and then silver had some options activity yesterday as well. Didn't do too much, but starting to sell extremely aggressively right now. So keep an eye out on silver. Ooh, as for Amazon as well too, guys, starting to get smoked, but recovering, now trading around the volume weighted average price there, too.
All right, Joey, we're doing a live on YouTube. We're long 1073. We just wet the beak there at 1145. It's very spready. It's 45 on the bid, 13 on the ask. It's hard to manage. So we were actually crossing my profit taker, I think by almost 20 pennies at the high, and it still wasn't printing. But that's the bad news. The good news is it's quite respectful of trend. If you were able to deal with the wicks. So this wick is rich. It's on my black charts and my white charts down into 1020. I had my stop right below that level. For exactly that reason, though. It wasn't that I was trying to degen. I was alive to the fact that it was super spready and that, you know, a wick like this could possibly stop me out. So I gave it an unusually large amount of room for it to kind of do its thing. So we'll keep tabs on that. 1145 best out so far. Looking for the next one in the 60s. You guys know what the deal with that one is. The other trade that I'm involved in right now, so I made a mistake over here on DPRO. We're long 84s. I actually got out here by accident, so I have to punch back in. This is the 10 EMA, as we've spoken about, but I'm getting in small share size on every successive little dip. I have a bias that DPRO is going to continue to put in generally higher highs and higher lows. I just don't know how low it's going to go. It's retraced, as I've mentioned, after big moves before, so I don't want to be getting in too much too quickly at any one level and then get into some trouble. So let's go ahead and post some profit takers at some decent levels over here. If we get a price spike up around that 9 area, I want to be able to participate, and maybe a little bit above. We'll wait at 905. Shut it to the 905. Anybody from Toronto knows exactly what we're talking about there. So that's the look right now on that. Let's go back to BQ because it's coming all the way back down. We're long 73s. Now it's showing me 1114s, but the spread is opening up even wider. 1084 on the bid, 1114 on the ask. So the spread still doing its thing. Let's keep tabs on that. I flattened out, by the way, my NUVB trade because this is not the look for me here. It's putting in lower highs and looking to flat bottom break, so that's not my move. We're gonna have to put my phone on silent again today, bro. I'm getting a ridiculous amount of spam calls. Yeah. And I'm trying to block all of them, and it's just like a futile game.
Yeah, don't give
because they just call from other numbers.
Yeah, they just call from another number. Right. Don't give your social insurance number out.
Social insurance?
Yeah. Don't give that out there. Remember the story I told you?
Oh yeah.
My buddy. God. Yeah, twice.
Yeah, no, that's nuts. I thought you were mocking me there for a second. I'm like, no, why would I give up my social insurance number? But then I remember.
No. Yeah, my buddy did that there.
Exactly.
You got anything else there?
No, go ahead.
All right, let's rock and roll here. Okay, first of all, we're gonna start with this. Jody Mills. Happy birthday. We don't know what number, but I'm going to just throw one out there randomly. Happy 22nd birthday. Oh. And I hope you have a fantastic one. It is only Tuesday, so don't party too hard, all right? Because you got to be back here bright and early in the morning, 8:30 sharp. So congratulations on that. Is it a congratulatory thing? I'm not too sure. But anyways, enough of that. But Robinhood, what are you up to? Break through the volume weighted average price. We're starting to slowly cook up on this one. Let's see if we can get this breakup. We are forming some higher, some lower highs, so we want to keep an eye out for that. But if we have the ability to snap this 140, then we're off to the races. 50 cents, almost ITM on this. We're going to be momentarily, especially if we continue on this path. NASDAQ starting to get a little bounce north of the volume weighted average price. We like this. Any buying pressure, it's stepping right into Robinhood, and bang, there it goes. A quick 50 cents, we'll take it. Bang, 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 as we're north of VWAP. And then you get another big time pop. Who does this stock think it is? I have no idea. I was listening to the All In podcast with Mr. Vlad Tenev himself. I like everything he had to say, especially with private equity. So yeah, let's see where we can get a fill. It's slightly it's rejecting this level aggressively. So maybe we might have to just hit out on a limit and boom, take that profit and run as the market is starting to kind of come back in right now as well.
All right, guys, BKKT, I don't know, somebody like some cartoon character running. BKKT, guys, it is a big one today. Let's go. Let's load up, please, BKKT. No? Okay, there we go. 3151 area high, very strong, but let's take a gander over here at the spread right from the get-go. It's a 21 penny spread, 46, 22, 46 on the bid, or ask 24 on the bid. But it's put in a hell of a respectful trend using the 10 EMA on the 5 as its support level. So let's have take a gander over here. BKKT, that's top right of your screen, 3151 area high. Is there an area of support that we can pick this up? I'm liking the $30 level just for psychological support, as well as currently it's a 10 EMA. There's no telling where the 10 EMA will be if and when this turns down off the lower lows, or sorry, the higher high, higher low trend. So I'll keep my eye on that one. It's a bit more expensive of a name, obviously, 31 bucks. So you'll have to size in accordingly to take your risk management into parameters into mind there. So we'll keep tabs on that. What do you think of Costco, says Cyberkill? I'm going to answer that question for you because I happen to like it. It's obviously one of the long-term ones, but we're going to have to go to Adara for a second.
Yeah, we'll talk here about PFE. This one's moving up again. Donald Trump apparently making comments. I'm guessing this is likely just in transit between that announcement for the Army, or I guess it's just speech for the Army, and then his next announcement, which is initially scheduled 11 a.m., now scheduled for 12 p.m. Now, apparently he's saying that they'll be reducing prices by 100% and in some cases more. People have attributed that to drug prices. Sounds like he's talking about drug prices. So again, keep an eye on PFE. There are reports that Trump's set to announce a deal with Pfizer involving Pfizer investing $70 billion into the U.S. for manufacturing pharmaceuticals. And then also they're going to be having their deal with regards to lower pricing. So again, Trump touting a 100% or more price reduction here for drugs. Back to you.
Very interesting. I mean, I personally wouldn't mind seeing that. I think the Americans deserve to get some better drug prices because, well, they pay a lot. And just ask myself, because we have quite a few Americans always, coming up for drug price. Yeah, well, you know what the drill is. Yeah, that's the situation. So I don't like IXHL, Maracas at all. It's dropping. It's negative on the day, down 5 2/3. It's also below VWAP, and it's personally not for me. I don't know anything other than just the current price action in the chart. I do happen to like FATE, F-A-T-E though. What's the name? Bubba, not bad. I'm not really a fan of ASSP though, but FATE doesn't look bad on the day. Let's have a look at the 5. There's no catalyst though on this Bubba, and I don't want to say it's lightly traded, but it's not definitely a big volume day for it. About 6 million shares trading so far. Thanks, Assassino, for that. Let's go back to Costco, COST, for the super chat. Again, I want to thank Cyberkill for Costco. Costco's looking awfully good today into the area high. Let me just see where my friend Costco's at over here. COST, because it doesn't update the chart. Shout out to IB. Your charts are fantastic, brothers. But on the daily, I think that's probably what you want to see. Yeah, a bit of a pullback, obviously. I don't necessarily like the fact that we're below the 200 because typically we defend the 200 pretty aggressively. You can see in the outlying areas here during the tariff tantrum, we dropped below the 200 very briefly and quickly reclaimed it. We've been doing that a lot more now. In fact, I am also concerned about this lower high pattern, okay? Area high, another lower high, another lower high. You get it, another lower high. 900 seems to be a great area to buy it. From the tariff tantrum times, you go all the way back as well into January of this year. 900 was a very important area of support in the same way that it was a little bit of an area of resistance. Look at all these areas over here back in August and September of last year. We were basically rejecting 900 by a little bit, right? And we'd go up above it and then drop below it. So I like 900 as a buy area, and you have a double bottom here on the daily into 900, both of which were bought up aggressively, and then today you're making a new area high. So we're certainly not making any higher highs on the daily, but that 900 is an important area I perceive. That's the good news. The bad news is we're making lower highs consecutively since the February area highs, and I don't like the fact that we've been dilly-dallying with the 200, a little bit above it, a little bit below it. So a mixed kind of picture for me anyway when it comes to this one. Let me know how it goes, brother. I hope you print up multiple storms on whatever trade you take.
All right, hopefully I'm wrong there, Gorev. Yeah, I don't love the long anymore. You can see we take a little piece out, boom, it comes back to our break even, and we get out, and it trades all the way down to 139 flat, and then you're getting a little bit of a bounce off of that specific support level. Now I'm looking at some other names. Obviously, IBIT's on my radar, what the Nasdaq is up to, BBAI, and we'll go through a couple more. Actually, never mind, that we're not going to do that right now. I'll tell you one thing that we are going to do. We're going to take a look at the top performing sectors of the day and see what we got going on. The healthcare, who do they think they are, thinking they can lead today's race? No, obviously being sarcastic. There it goes, up 7/10. Consumer staples, second place, up a fifth approximately. And then technology sector, so hard. I almost want to say technology every time. But there it is, we're up about a fifth. And then also the bottom three, guys, we got consumer discretionary down 1%, financials down 1 1/10. And then we have the energy sector down 1.6%. Yeah, I mean, one thing to note here, Gorev, this is positive, right? So you can see that some of the market has cracked through support levels. But let's take a look at this, right? Boom. Consistent higher lows, and that's exactly what we want to be looking out for. If you feel comfortable buying that support level, it's simplistic. You get out at the break of the trend, and then you wait, be patient, and wait for some more indecision prints. But we got another $10 super chat. Spam calls, iPhone settings, app, phone, and selecting silence on notes. He knows.
Yeah.
Best setting I've ever seen. If you don't have the iPhone, just do better.
Oh,
Damn.
no.
Damn. Oh, F-Bombs is his name. Thank you for the $10. Hey, Dara, what do you got for us?
Bro, look at this.
We're going to talk about crypto here. We'll do our crypto segment. This is an individual by the name of Hester Pierce. She's on the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, and she actually also is one of the leaders of their crypto task force. Now, why do I show her a photo? Because there are some reports coming through here that the SEC is developing a plan to allow stocks to trade on the blockchain technology similar to cryptocurrencies. This is reported by The Information. So again, the SEC considering, just as we have cryptocurrencies trading on the blockchain, they want stocks to trade on the blockchain as well. This initiative is apparently a key part of the crypto-friendly regulatory side of the Trump administration's plans. This would actually allow investors to purchase tokens on crypto exchanges, and they will be representing companies like Tesla, Nvidia, etc. We know Robinhood did announce tokenized stocks earlier this year. Other companies as well, like OpenAI, which did lead to some pushback from OpenAI. So this concept is not new, but it does apparently face some resistance from TradFi, or traditional finance firms here, because they have established profitable operations within the market structure. They're maybe not ready for the smoke, ready for this new development. We're going to see what happens here, but either way, keep an eye on it. Here's a theory of ETA. It's making some of the lower highs here on the daily chart, but right now, supported at 3,800 areas. Let's see if we can hold it. Take a look here. See as well. BTC looking kind of similar to ETA, and BTC again, kind of the housing situation with lower highs and higher lows. Let's see how this wedge-like formation sorts out. Again, it's worth noting both are within the bounds of all-time highs. Back to the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Up there. Who's going to be there, my friend? That's why you don't listen to me. You take the trade. Hopefully you did. No, it bounced off of those support levels really well. 139, bang, like a trampoline, bounces off it, and now climbing right back to the top end of the session. It sounds like a car when your belt is something wrong with your belt, and you hear that car driving down the road. until it starts to warm up. For all those who are familiar with that specific sound, ask me how I know. I used to drive a 98 Hyundai Elantra way back in high school, a hatchback. Love that thing. Put in a boom box in it as well, too. What's up? So you know your boy was coming through with the old hatchie there. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that car. Whatever happened? Did I destroy it or did I just get rid of it? That's a great question. I got to jog my memory on what that was. Fun story. We'll get right back into this TQ's trade right here, starting to work. Hammer candle right at the volume weighted average price. But back to my Hyundai Elantra for a moment. First day ever having my G2 driving to high school. Your boy rocks the curb and just destroys pretty much everything on the undercarriage of it there. So yeah, I get a little excited, Nancy. But TQQs, boom, there it is. 102.22. We're going into that level. If we can come back into this neckline, we're going to start piecing some out. Maybe even 102.30s. We'll take a little bit off the table there. Love that print. It's a choppy morning without any question. You can see the first hour and a half of the session. Sideways price action, you get that breakout, you come right back into the middle of the range, and then now we're trying to find a specific direction. So patience, 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 and then we get up to 102.30. We're going to take some off. If we get there, we're right at VWAP. We like it. Be patient. Wait for the opportunities.
I like that. I like that. Where the money at? Da-na-na-na-na-na. All right. You know what? BQ's been good to me today, man. Even though Assassino, I don't like typically these ones with a very wide spread. And I'm sure you've heard me say that many times, Assassino, but this one is good to me today, okay? So 1180 high on my friend BQ. We're long 73. We just wet the beak there at 69. You know what's up. And now we're waiting at 88. So we can't quite hit the dollar club animation quite yet until we get that 88. If we get that 88 print, we're gonna pack our patience. But something's afoot with my platform on here because it's not letting me punch out of position or take profit on DPRO. So I don't know what to do. We're flat on it right now. It's showing me 77s. We're in at 77s, but I see resistance at 80. Why do I say that? Well, we saw resistance at 80 here, then we use it as support, then we come back down, use it as support again, drop below it. Is it gonna be resistance this time? Here we go, moving back up to 80, but I've seen this story before. This candle's got another, I think, well, it's closed now. How do we trade? We're trading lower. What I'm waiting for here is the first 5-minute candle to make a new high, and we haven't gotten that relative to the candle at 1125. The 1130 candle didn't make a new high, and this current 1135 candle doesn't have a new high either. So I don't want to take it out. I can use my flatten keys. It's not letting me punch out using the gateway keys, but I can use my flatten keys. But if it's the right trade, I don't want to get out, and that's kind of the existential issue that I'm having with right now. So it is dropping here, Joey, and yeah, that's the situation. Anyway, we're going to a dare.
Keep an eye here on WBD, DIS, PSKY, FOXA, any of these TV and media-related names. The Federal Communications Commission, or the FCC, is reportedly considering whether to end their merger ban across the broadcast network. So apparently, this merger ban they have could come to an end. FCC considering ending this ban. Back to you.
Okay, yeah, thank you for that. Get that sorted out. Tesla breaking through some decent support levels right there. So we're dropping it to the low end of the support level, right? So that's what we got our eyes on. You can see this strong engulfing pin right here on the 20. So you got that move up into 102.20, and then you sell off aggressively back into 101.80s. So let's see if we can get another little pop to the top side, and that's what we're going to continuously look out for. Let's take a look at the options chain on the NASDAQ itself. Remind me, all right, so there it is. Let's take a look at some of the activity that we're experiencing here today. 599. Lots of volume to that specific level. Nothing outstanding from an open interest standpoint. We got those 600s still currently open right now. 12,500, 84,800 right there. So not too bad of a look. And I mean, if you look at our deltas here, obviously the higher we go on the strikes, the lower the delta is going to be. And that's kind of what the gamma squeeze is, right? So you have so say we have a high concentration right here up at the 605. You got a lot of open interest there, and then sure enough, the market starts to rip. and it's like, oh, okay, what's going on? Well, the gamma's going to start to accelerate, right? And then also your delta as well too. So that's when you're going to get those gamma squeezes, and you're like, oh, well, this is not going to be a good time. So all those short options traders are like, let me get out of this one and reassess the situation. We'll cut our losses and then obviously just look for another potential trade. So that's what we got going on. Back to our scanner, we can now click on Mara to see what it's up to. Not too much Bitcoin. I mentioned inside day on that specific on the crypto. I haven't even looked at Ethereum today either. I assume it's going to be a little bit weaker than what Bitcoin's up to. Yep, significantly so. But I like a potential bounce right here, right? We got a hammer candle. The volume isn't isolated, but hopefully this print can hold up. And hopefully the NASDAQ can hold this 101.83 level before it tanks and heads to 101.60, and then that's when we're gonna have to get out of that trade. So maybe not too much of a bottom picker day, with the exception of Tesla. The more aggressive the selling is, the more I like it. But you also want to look for key signals, right? We got the stopping volume and we have the hammer prints. Those are two things that we're keeping an eye out on. And then also with the options chain, we had a monster of a short, Gorev and I on NVDA correlating those three, and it's just like punch, punch, punch. And that turned out to be a really good time. So happy with that one. As for DKNG, the volume's there, but nothing is saying, hey, we're ready to turn price around just yet. So be cautious for some more potential downside within those names. And there goes Robinhood cracking through the support level. It tried on multiple occasions to punch through some key support, resistance, but it's like, we're not climbing any higher just yet. Maybe we need to absorb some more liquidity before we continue that path higher. But again, it's intraday trading. It may not happen today. It may take some time for it to come to fruition there, Sharif.
Well said, Joey. Well, absolutely well said. I'm just looking at a couple of small cap gappers here that have weaseled their way onto the scene. They're a little bit light on volume, guys. So what I had to do here, just full disclosure, so I can explain what I'm doing, so you can follow along. DPRO, I did not have intentions to get out, but because I was unable to take profits, I had to use my flat key. Okay. Now I've set up a script order on this one because I'm still interested. Right? It was never my intention to execute in the way that I had to. So I'm looking for a reclaiming of 880. And if we claim and hold that 880, I'm getting back in. Now what I see is a 3-candle high and low setup right now. Relative to the 1125, that has a higher low. Sorry, so the 1130 candle has a higher low than the 1125. The 1135 candle has a higher low than the 1130, and the current 1140 candle obviously has a higher low, and here it comes. Now we're triggered back into this one. So let's see if we can take profits now, Joey. Yay! Oh, good boy, computer. All right, so let's see if we can now ride the trend. So we're going to go ahead and throw some script orders on that. We'll see if we can get some nice executions. Otherwise, this will be a bull trap and we'll be in some trouble. I'm also looking at BKKT, guys, okay? So BKKT put in a nice red candle there after that 32 and 2/3 area high. And now pulled back in momentarily 3150. But here we go again, reclaiming 32, and this current candle's got a high of 32 and a third. So I'd like to be able to get in on BKKT somehow, some way. I'm just not really sure how to do it. It's not pulling into the 10 EMA. It's continuing to hold a higher end trend, so I can base my out based on that. We'll continue to watch. Let me optimize that over a little bit. All right, DPRO, we're moving back up here, Joey. We just got the first print at 888s. Now it's showing me 91s on DPRO, and we got some shares here, so we're going to continue to scalp. We're looking for continuation, ideally, into 9 and above 9. Don't forget, it's a 933 area high here on DPRO. Let's see how good we can do on this one, if we can do well at all, and or how high we can get. I want to see a nice clearing of 9, ideally, just to kind of create a bit of a buffer from my entry, obviously, into the price action. So we're showing 91s now. Most of the time it is a 1 penny spread, but I've seen it as wide as 3. We'll see if that spread continues to tighten up as the liquidity comes in. We're about 46 million shares traded right now on the day. So we'll keep tabs on that, Joey Options, and we'll report back. Grunfeld saying BENF. Let's take a quick look at BENF over here. Let's take a look. This is a hell of a daily chart we've got over here on yeah, so it looks like there was an aftermarket mover from yesterday coming from penny stock world. It was about a 36 penny close. The aftermarket yesterday took it to about 75. We're still putting in lower highs, brother, from that aftermarket high yesterday, but we are also putting in higher lows. So it's a compression pattern. I would play it as a range until it decidedly breaks out. That means you buy it as a long off the lower end of the trend line, and you wet the beak at the upper trend line, and you hold a piece for the dream, right? Because you want to see if this can break out. So I see lower highs, but I see higher lows. Aftermarket breakout yesterday at 5:15. Let me know how it goes, brother. Wishing you very good luck.
All right, good stuff there. Where did I see this one? Oh, I was looking just for you, Assassino. I found it. Oh, here it is. PBR. This one's just for you. Not Pabst Blue Ribbon for my fellow Americans, but Petroleo Brasileiro right there. Assassino, not too bad. Well, I mean, it's a horrible look. Yeah, it's a horrible look on the daily and on the intraday. Damn. All right, I was looking for a little bit better of
Joey.
premium there, but yeah, that's what we got going on. I like Soundhound. What sound? Where's Soundhound? Where are you? Show yourself. Show yourself. Where are you? Bang. There it is. 5 minute. Do they say that on there? Or you got something? No. Oh, you're just doing it?
Bro.
Yeah. You know what? We won like, I finally won a game yesterday. Yeah, and it was
net
twice.
Woo!
Twice.
This guy's
Bro, I was on fire, man.
time.
Yeah, I was on fire last night. Twice, 2 goals, like 3 primary assists, and the boys take home the W. Finally, man. I was telling the boys I'm just sick of it. But anyways, Riot. Let's see what we got going. Yeah, QBTS, Mara, Cypher. Yeah, a lot of sideways price action in today's session here, guys. So we're gonna be patient and wait for something to set up. I want Tesla to sell a little bit more aggressively so that we can find a potential balance here. But we did track some support levels as well. Look at the volume step in here. That's big time, right? Now it's being some buying pressure, but just keep an eye in case it does want to continue that trajectory to the southeast. But now as for the daily, I mean, boom, you have this breakout from 355, you climb $100 within a span of a couple of sessions, and then now you're just slowly starting to cool off, right? So this consolidation, consistent higher lows, which is a positive sign for an additional move higher. But I mean, we're still about 8 or 9%, 10% to be exact, off of the all-time high. So discount, maybe possibly. So not too bad of a look, but let's take a look at what Apple's up to as well here too, guys. You're only a couple percentage points off of that previous all-time high. It's only a matter of time until this name makes a new one, so keep an eye out on that. Now, as for Google, get it, Dara. As for Google, man, this thing's pulling back, but we love it. The deeper the pullback, the more you want to buy on this name. It's unfortunate we did get out of it somewhere around this neck of the woods, and boom, that's just the biggest thing. I talk about it all the time. Cash flow. This thing's essentially an ETF. It's so hard for them to fail. Why? Because they can just pay the fines.
Pay demand.
Pay them and buy their way out of any form of trouble, because that's what money can do.
Hey. All right, we're flattening out BQ over here, guys, because it is moving the 10 EMA on the 5. Look, if it sets up again, I'll get back in, but it was good to me. We couldn't quite hit that dollar animation, but that's okay. We'll look to do a little bit better. Guys, alert. BKKT is losing the trend. I was about to punch in on this until I thought better of it. Oh, 10 EMAs coming in, time to buy. And then it just loses the 10 EMA. $31 was the 10 EMA, lost it by 50 pennies. 30.50, it's really coming down hard. I want to see if we find support at 2 different areas here. First and foremost, 30 and a quarter. That's this area price spike. at 10 o'clock. Let's look for former area of resistance to act as support. That is if 50 penny goes. Wow, this thing is insane. It just popped off 30.15 to 31.15. And then below 30, that 30 and a quarter area, I'm obviously looking at $30, given that it is psychological support. We'll see how that one ends up doing. BKKT has been one that I wanted to punch in at, but I was looking for a straight hold of trend. What do I mean by that? I mean, it didn't really breach the 10 EMA at all on the way up, and now it is. So I need to be alive to that. And I'll see exactly how I want to get in, but it's not going to be as quick as I like, I guess. BKKT right there, watching DPRO as it drops below 9 now. Now, this current 5-minute candle does have a higher low, so I don't want to take it up too quickly. This candle is still like 2 minutes. I'm looking for a continuation above 9, right? We went the beak here on the price spike up, but what I'm afraid of here on DPRO is this is an area high, and then this over here will be a lower high, and that's what my concern is, right? Because that's how we see the stair step down. Lower high, lower high, lower high, and then he usually uses VWAP once the shorts are in control. So I'll keep my eye on that. Sir David, look, MPLX, I like turtle. Shout out to my man. We're going to have to pause for a second because Adara's got news, but as soon as we get back, I'm going to look at that one for you. Thank you.
Keep an eye here on oil. I had oil up here, like EOIL, any kind of oil or gas play here on watch. We do have the OPEC Secretariat announcing via a post on X that they are dismissing these media reports suggesting that countries are planning to increase production. They said they are not planning to increase production. These claims are, quote, wholly accurate and misleading. So oil, we know, was down yesterday on these reports. Now OPEC Secretariat is saying those reports are not true. We are not planning, or these countries involved are not planning on increasing production. Back to you.
All right, let's have a look at MLTX, excuse me, MLTX for Sir David. So what the hell happened with this one? Okay, so I have to look at this because clearly there's a story to be had here that I don't know too much about. So you're gonna have to give me a minute here. Okay, Moon Lake Immunotherapeutics. So clearly they had some sort of study that went wrong. I can just tell you that from looking over here at it, looking for the explanation. So this was a 29, so I have to go back to yesterday. Downgraded, looking, therapeutics, there it is, okay. So, Moon Lake Immunotherapeutics, oh Jesus, 89, drops, falls, 89.1%. The story produced by give me the freaking story, you idiots. What the hell is this? I'm gonna have to keep looking.
Want me to take over?
No, that's fine. I'm going to find it. Why is it down? Here it is. Shares of Moon Lake Immunotherapeutics plummeted after the biotech company reported disappointing trial results. Okay, so exactly as we thought. That's what these ones do. You know, that's just the nature of the beast. Look, I can't comment on the fundamentals of biotechs and therapeutics companies because I don't know anything science related. That's going to be Obi. In terms of the price action, this is very scary when you're trading at $61, $62 on the 26th, and then you wake up and you come into work on a Monday on the 29th, and in the morning you're trading at $6. I mean, can you think of something more scary? Well, I'm sure you can, but you know what I mean. Exaggerate for effect.
That's optimal fear.
This is fear, and this is what it is, Joey. I mean, we were trading, we were doing well into 62.5. We drop all the way back down over here, and there are certain levels, sure, going back to September of 2022, when this level did come into play. But I can't really give you an opinion on this because it's going to require understanding of science, what went wrong in the phase 2 trial. From the technicals, they don't look good.
No.
They don't look at it at all, and that's just what these ones are. If you have a bad phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, typically phase 3 you're on your way, but phase 1 or phase 2 and it fails, or it's not well tolerated by the study group, this is typically what happens.
I put it on the downgrade yesterday.
This one over here? Okay, so then you know all about this.
So it was getting lit up yesterday.
It's an ugly look, Joey. It's an ugly look.
That's the destroyer of wealth.
I hate to comment like that.
Yeah, no, it sucks, man. It's honestly, and you know what? We're just gonna call it how we see it. When you have things that happen like that, it definitely sways people away from the market, because like, why would you ever want to put your money into a name or a therapeutical stock like that, and then as Shreve mentioned, it's trading at $60 one day, and then you come back the next day and it's at $6, and you're like, well, I've been putting my hard-earned money into this, and just like that, absolutely gone. Like, could you look at it as a speculative name? Maybe, possibly. I think so. At this point, it's not a good time. That's for sure. But as for the NASDAQ, we went into that 102.20 level. I didn't take any off, and then we rejected aggressively. There is some prior resistance here, guys. Excuse me, you can see that across the 5-minute time frames within that first hour. So, I mean, maybe we just take the money and run if the market is really toppy. It looked like Google was ready to start rocking and rolling, starting to cool down a little bit. BBAI, we don't want to look at that right now, because we want to pull up Microsoft and see what Microsoft has been up to. Boom, there it is, starting to recover. So if this name starts to rally, you head towards that high of the day. Watch the upticks in the overall market. Now let's get a broader look here. Head towards that daily, and there it is. Bang. This jar, basic trend lines here. Once again, we had this there, Sharif. Bang, snap to the downside.
Get it, Joey.
Guess what? We're gonna do it one more time.
All right.
We have that downtrend. Snaps, bang to the top side. From there, 501 trading at 516, so not too bad of a look. Let's see if Microsoft can continue its move higher and higher. There we go, up to 102.22 in the NAS. We're gonna take a little bit off here, folks.
Okay.
Just 20%. Is that a little or is it a lot? A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and there we go. What song is that? That was a good one.
A little bit of Monica.
No, I was thinking a different one.
My
You
bad.
know which one it is? Yeah, the little bit of this, a little bit of that. Adara, what you got?
Keep an eye here on Pfizer and any other healthcare-related stocks. It looks like this announcement, so I'll just pull up the NASDAQ here. Looks like this announcement does have to do with the healthcare and drug-related pricing as we expected. He's on stage here with Robert F. Kennedy, who is leading the Health and Human Services Department, and some other individuals that were on stage with him when he made the Tylenol-related announcement. So keep an eye here on these healthcare names. If I have updates, I will let you know right away. Back to you.
Apparently I'm singing it wrong. All right, so it's all right, man.
I was singing the, what's it called? What's that Martin guy. What's the hell's his name, man? Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
Yeah,
Ricky Martin.
God.
Whatever's up with that guy these days.
I don't know. What's he been up to?
Who's
Mambo number
yeah,
five.
that's it. That's a classic, man.
And look, a little, get it, Chilean Nightmare. He's singing. It's not Ricky Martin?
Not Ricky Martin.
Man, who is that?
Who is it?
Who's that, Fabian? It's a one-hit wonder guy? All right.
Oh, man, I wonder what it would be like to be a...
Lou Bega, everyone's
Lou
saying.
Bega, all right, one-hit wonder.
Bro.
Yeah, all right.
Shows how much I know.
Yeah,
Straight
we
up.
don't know any of that.
Straight
We just
to
sing
jail.
the songs, man. We just know the melodies, and we try to sing them. Speaking of melodies, bang, there goes the NASDAQ, another little pop to the top side. We'll take a little bit off. It wasn't at a higher price, but why not lock it in, right? Considering we're rejecting this level umpteen times now, and we don't want to continuously face it in case it decides that it wants to dump aggressively. We've already taken the majority of it off. We only have a couple more outs, 70% to be exact. So hold the rest for a runner. We got a boatload of news today. Adara, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys know here. We're not gonna have happening now because I am actively listening to President Donald Trump right now. But he did confirm Pfizer agreeing to offer medications at major discounts, that the U.S. is going to be paying the lowest price and actually the most favored nation's price. If I get more details on pricing, I'll let you know. We also heard in these reports that Albert Bourla, the CEO of Pfizer, was set to make an announcement of his own. If he is there and makes that announcement, I'll keep you guys posted. Back to you.
I'd like to be the most favorite nation. You know, if you refer to me as the most favorite person, most favorite whatever, you know, I wouldn't mind that.
In somebody's eyes, you are.
Not even in my mom's.
Yeah, right.
That's my sister, my boy.
Oh,
that's my sister, my boy.
She's
the family
saint,
star.
right?
Yeah.
Saint. Oh, that's all right, man.
What is that, oh? She's a dentist.
Yeah, well, hey,
She's a teeth cleaner.
we love it.
I mean, teeth fixer.
Teeth fixer. Well, hey, call her up, man. I got plenty of dental.
You want to go to
work
Orange
dentistry
County?
done. I would love to go to Orange
Go
County.
down to
Do you think
Laguna
she'd hook
Niguel,
me up
boy.
too, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Obi,
for real.
my boy, they don't make as much money as they do in Canada. Canadian dentists clean up. Oh, My cousin, who's a dentist as well, just bought a brand new place in the annex. Guess what? The bank gave him 100% financing, and he's going to build up the office there to dual use, commercial and residential. And the annex, he got 100% financing. Had to put none of his own money.
Damn.
It's infuriating. Exactly. They know.
The annex?
It's right down the road, right by Yorkville. It's like the next one over.
Is it the next one over? Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, yeah, these dental practices are just bleeding. Yeah, my friend, my buddy who has his MBA, he's like, yeah, I know so many guys who just went and bought businesses. They don't even really, they're not starting their own, they're not doing anything, they just go buy one. And some guy bought a veterinary clinic and a dental office, and it's just like, just absolutely breaking in insane amounts of cash. All right, there goes the Qs, right? We get the break-even stop out, and it takes another pop higher. Man, oh man, these breaths are killing me.
Oh, what?
The breaths?
Oh. I'm just making.
Oh, I thought you said okay.
That typically wouldn't kill me, but
well,
you know.
There's no way what you thought I said would kill me. But no, these pullbacks is what's getting me here, guys. But you get the
Get him, Mike. Mike heard it too, Joey.
No, I did not. All right, well, if you guys, hey man, to each your own. If you want to feel like I said that, then go ahead, man. To each their own. But I did not say that. But anyways, aside from that, guys, there goes the NASDAQ. Nice little pop-up. You guys all heard it. Yeah, whatever, whatever.